People are starting to now, with the consistency you've put together, talking about you in terms of the Hall of Fame. I mean, is that something that at this stage you're thinking about in your career?
You know, of course, if you're an NFL football player and people are talking about the Hall of Fame, that should be your goal. It's a very prestigious accolade to have, and you know, my biggest thing is just to do the work, and everything else just come to you. They fall in place.
In Arizona, it feels like those numbers have built up from what you were doing in New England. Does that scheme, New England, it's very much about controlled rush and stopping the run first. Do you feel like you've got more freedom than you necessarily had there in Arizona to get after the quarterback?
Well, not just more freedom, but the fact of just becoming older. You know, it comes with experience. And when the art of rushing the passer, it comes from experience. And a lot of guys come in with it. Some guys have to learn it and they have to teach it. So when I was in New England those first 4 years, I was still learning. I am still learning still at this point, but I was just younger.
You've been around the kind of gold standard in New England when you came into the league. New coach in Cliff Kingsbury, who was very new to the NFL last year. Could you see some signs last year that, you know, it was that the right program is in place for the Cardinals to progress and get to where you want to be?
Of course. We believe in Cliff. He's a young coach. He's very versatile. He shows you a lot of different looks, and he knows how to work with his personnel. So hats off to Cliff on a great first year, and the sky's the limit for him.
What's Kyler Murray like in practice?
He's a tremendous player. He can hurt you with his legs. He can hurt you with his arm. And he's starting to develop faster than most younger quarterbacks. So Kyler Murray could be dangerous going into this year for sure.
Do you see kind of some of the leadership traits? I mean, again, you've been around Brady, so you know what it looks like. Do you see some of the right traits there?
Of course. There's some times when I see him directing traffic. He's getting guys up and down the field. He's carrying the team on his back. And as a young player, those are some great traits to have.
Just a final, can I just grab one more? The San Francisco 49ers, a divisional rival, will be in the Super Bowl next week. How tough is their offense to go against as a defensive end with all of the things they do in the running game and all of the players that look the same and are so different?
Of course, they do a lot of same things, but they do them very well. They give you the stretch zone. They have a lot of the middle of the field tackling. Jimmy does a good job of mixing the RPOs up. We play them twice a year, and they beat us twice. But going against that team, I feel like everyone has to, in order to beat the 49ers, everyone has to do their job. And if one guy gets caught out of his job, they'll find it.